can actually say my own very good friend, Julius Maada Bio.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my wonderful MC, with all the praises you showered tonight, I will find time to retaliate one day. Mrs. Bio, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the world today is neither just nor sustainable. Poverty and hunger are the lots of too many, while our environment and natural resources are plundered for the benefit of the few. These problems are enormous, and for many, they seem insurmountable. I do not share in that fatalism. I believe that each one of us have a role to play in shaping not only our lives, but the future of our country and the wider world. This is why, together with my wife Fatima, I have established the Maada and Fatima Bio Foundation. We believe that the boundless energy and ingenuity of human spirit can solve these problems. We are convinced it is possible to create a world which is just and sustainable. This conviction informs and drives our vision for the new foundation. Sierra Leone has for far too long been a victim of its own history. We believe if we can work together, we can change and become masters of our own future. To do so, we must equip our people with knowledge and skills they require to make better decisions for a just and sustainable world. Our aim is to support them to learn more about the challenges facing our communities, country, and the world at large. We believe that in the long run, it is the development of these capabilities that will play the biggest role in creating a just and sustainable world. The Maada and Fatima Bio Foundation is a charitable, not-for-profit organization dedicated to empowering the marginalized and powerless in Sierra Leone, that is the children and the youth. Over 800,000 youths are unemployed in Sierra Leone. Staggering statistics. Many are from the generation who grew up in the midst of war, as our country tore itself apart with little education and few skills. In turn, the lost generation are raising children who are free of war, but are trapped in the bitter piece of entrenched poverty, with little hope that their life chances will better their parents. The foundation aims to play a part in giving these children and their parents a hope that they currently lack. Our activities will range from health interventions for children in order to reduce child mortality, providing quality education to youth empowerment centers, and provision of scholarships to high school and university students. Education is our focus because education is the foundation of individual empowerment and of national development. Education not only sparks a wonder in the endless possibilities of the world, it gives the youth a means of achieving them. And it is only with the knowledge that education brings that we as Sierra Leoneans can hope to promote a culture of peace, tolerance, and understanding that acts as a foundation for diversity, human rights, freedom, and justice. Children and youth can only truly benefit from education if it is offered in its entirety, ranging from nursery school all the way to vocational training or university scholarship coupled with internships. The objective of this complete educational part is to allow the beneficiaries to gradually acquire the knowledge and skills that will enable them to make right decisions for their lives, to find employment, and to set the foundation for self-determined life. But education is not just about bettering oneself. It also provides a means of giving back to your community and your country. The central goal of the Foundation's work will be to encourage our nation's youth to help rebuild their local communities and Sierra Leone's sense of national purpose. Our staff will strive hard to deliver this vision, to identify and help the most deprived and needy communities so as to improve the educational and health situation for our children, their mothers, and the youth. The heart of the Foundation's work will be to ensure that our children and youth receive quality education that gives them the confidence and skills to take control of their own lives. Improving our education system is not just about increasing enrollment numbers, a goal that has seen real success over the last decade. It is also about ensuring that the education they receive is fit for purpose for the 21st century. There is a vicious of failure. Why so many of our young people drop out of school due to poverty? We will never build the modern skilled economy that we need in order to give them long-term prosperity. And even when many do complete schooling, the quality of education is so low that they still cannot read and write to anything like an acceptable level. In order for our country to develop, it has to develop the human capital, both collective and individual. The human capital can only be realized through quality education for all. Education, then, is a pivotal part of human development. It is a transformative force for good that drives up standards of living, health, and governance, not just for the individual, but for the nation as a whole. The Foundation's mission is to provide support to the poorest and the vulnerable, to give them the opportunities that only a decent education can provide. But the Foundation cannot do it alone. We need your help. Many of you here today have pledged financial support, and we are truly grateful for that support. But it is not enough. The task is great, and the need is profound. That we need help, we need to keep on raising funds from both private and business in order to carry out our work. But more than this, we will need your practical hand-on help. Many of you here, we regularly return to Sierra Leone each year, and I'm asking you to join Fatima and I in dedicating your time each year in rolling up your sleeves and volunteering with the Foundation in its work against the poorest communities in the country. Together, we can change what the world